How's it going, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and I apologize in advance because, as you can tell by my voice, I'm a little under the weather today, but, we'll deal with it, one way or another. But anyways, I'm here to talk about Boruto episode 196, and this episode was Naruto and Boruto training. There also was quite a few anime original scenes that were added into this episode. I believe this adapts chapter 29 of the Boruto manga. So we're getting really close to the Naruto versus Delta battle, which is coming up in a couple weeks. So, how was this episode overall? Well, before I get into that, if you're new to the channel and you like this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It'd be pretty cool if you did that. Anyways, on to the review. So it's your typical day in the Uzumaki household. Kawaki is just sitting there looking at the glue that Boruto gave him in the previous episode and contemplating on what to do, and he's kind of annoyed by it while Boruto's over here playing his video game. Anyways, Sarada and Mitsuki show up, and it's funny because Mitsuki just goes right up to Kawaki and is like, "Hey, you're Kawaki, this is the first time that I guess we're getting acquainted with one another. Well, I'm here to spy on you." And Sarada's over here like, "Stop, Mitsuki, why in the world did you just say that out loud? We're supposed to keep this under wraps." "Well, Sarada, it was your idea." I don't know, I really like Mitsuki, but I like how he goes to shake Kawaki's hand, and Kawaki immediately is untrusting, and Mitsuki's like, "Yeah, that was actually a good idea that you didn't do that. I was about ready to get you with my snakes." I don't know. I like Mitsuki. Anyways, Naruto shows up, and him and Boruto are actually supposed to train. Boruto's over here playing his video game. He's like, "Oh, well, I kind of got my game, but you know what? Maybe I can make some room to do some training." And Himawari's over here like, "Big brother, you're actually really happy about this, aren't you?" "I am not, Himawari." "Oh, yes, you are, Boruto." I don't know. I like their interactions here. But anyways, Sarada and Mitsuki accompany Naruto, Boruto, and Kawaki and Himawari for this training. And this is the addition that the anime added, because in the manga, it was just Naruto and Boruto, along with Kawaki and Himawari in this scene. But the anime went the extra mile and added Sarada and Mitsuki to the scene, which I think was for the best. But anyways, they begin their training, and Boruto uses shadow clones, which Kawaki immediately takes notice to. He saw Naruto do that earlier, but he realizes now that Boruto is also capable of using shadow clone jutsu. He gets curious about that, and I have to say, this is actually going to be really important in the future, so you might want to pay attention to Kawaki eventually getting more interested in the shadow clone jutsu, by the way. But anyways, Naruto and Boruto are training, and obviously Boruto is no match for his father. So Kawaki suggests that he uses karma, but Boruto at this moment can't activate it at will, so Kawaki activates it for him, which activates Boruto's karma seal by resonating with it, which Mitsuki takes notice of immediately. So they resume their battle, and there's an immediate difference. With karma, Boruto is way more powerful, he's stronger, he's faster, he uses his thunderclap arrow jutsu, which does way more damage than before, and Naruto is bracing for all of Boruto's attacks. And even Boruto's jutsu, he had to actually produce a shadow clone to tank the attack. But eventually, Naruto takes Boruto down. They do the unison sign, so yeah, I actually like some of the additions here. And Sarada and Mitsuki are actually witnessing Boruto in his karma state being a lot more powerful than he was before. Later that day, Sarada and Mitsuki are walking around town, and they're kind of reflecting on witnessing Boruto in his karma state in battle for the first time. And Sarada realizes that she's falling behind, so she decides to do some training with her father in order to catch up. Whereas Mitsuki, on the other hand, he thinks to himself that with greater power, the risks become greater. So, what exactly is karma? So, well, we'll learn a little bit more about karma down the road and the risks involved with it. So, I'm not going to spoil it here, but yeah, just keep in mind what Mitsuki said here. And Kawaki over here at the Uzumaki household is thinking about the training he saw between Boruto and Naruto that day. And it makes him think back to when he had training sessions with Jigen. And the training sessions he had with Jigen weren't exactly fun. Yeah, Jigen was pretty harsh and would just beat Kawaki with an iron rod. And yeah, it doesn't look pretty at all. And Jigen continues to tell Kawaki that he's empty. He has no family, no friends, nothing. He's basically empty, but the one thing that gives him basically a purpose in life is the karma. He basically has a hole in his heart that he can't fill. But that karma seal is there to basically fill it in. And hey, you need to, don't disappoint me. I'd hate to kill you and have to replace you with somebody else. It was already hard enough getting the karma seal on you. So don't disappoint me, Kawaki. And every time Kawaki goes to ask questions as to why in the world was I given this thing? What is it? Tell me, please. Yeah, Jigen would just hit him more. So, yeah. Kawaki's training sessions with Jigen weren't exactly fun, but what he saw between Naruto and Boruto looked pretty fun to him. Kawaki then goes to Naruto, and I guess Naruto is working from home, and it's funny because it seems like Naruto is struggling without Shikamaru here, but I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting that they're having Naruto work from home here. Kind of like how we're working from home in real life, most of us at least. I know I am, but, anyways, enough of my personal life. But anyways, Naruto's working from home over here, and Kawaki goes to talk to him about the training he saw, and how it looked fun. And Naruto brings up that maybe, hey, next time you should join in. We'll, do some training about ninjutsu and train with that. And Kawaki over here is like, I don't know ninjutsu. I don't have chakra. I don't know anything. And Naruto basically has to explain to him, like, the basis of chakra and basically ninju and all that stuff. So that was a pretty nice conversation that Naruto had with Kawaki. Meanwhile, Boruto is outside. He sees that Kawaki hasn't done anything with the glue and goes to pick it up. And he overhears Naruto and Kawaki's conversation. And Kawaki over here asked Naruto about the Shadow Clone Jutsu because he was curious about it earlier. And he was wondering if, hey, can you teach me how to do that so I can just beat myself up with my Shadow Clone? And Naruto over here basically tells him, hey, I've been there and I've done that and that doesn't work. You need a rival that will push you further. And yes, I've been through that as well, so yeah. Anyways, Boruto overhearing this actually goes back and sets the glue back down for Kawaki to put the base together eventually. Meanwhile, while this is going on, the Uchiha family is having dinner, and this is an anime original scene. This was not present in the manga, and I like what the anime did here, because it kind of parallels what Naruto and Kawaki were talking about, having a rival to push you forward, because Sarada over here asked her dad, Sasuke, to teach her the Chidori, to do some training. And this is going to be a little bit more intense training, but I like how Sasuke over here is like a rival that can push you forward. Kind of like what Naruto was saying to Kawaki. So, he agrees to train Sarada, even though the training is definitely going to be harder. She definitely wants to go through with it. So the episode comes to an end with Kawaki getting the broken shards of the vase that's in the garbage, and goes to put it together with that super glue, or glue that Boruto gave him. And at the same time, one of Koji's frog spies actually spots him. So Kashin Koji knows where Kawaki is hiding out at now. And that's where our episode concludes. Overall, I'll say this was another solid episode. I like the additions that the anime added in this episode into the chapter, because I do like the fact that Sasuke was shown here. Not to get into spoiler territory, but he's about to become really important in the future. But I like what they're doing here, and I like the fact that we have Sarada wanting to learn the Chidori, which is also going to be important in the future, by the way. But I'm wondering if maybe when we kind of get to a point where we can take a break from the manga material, I'm wondering if we're going to have some novel adaptations. Because if I recall, in one of the novels, Sarada was doing Chidori training. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below, but if I remember correctly, it's Sasuke Shinden where she does Chidori training. Can't really remember. I'm probably wrong, but whatever. I would like some novel adaptations to kind of just fill in the gaps before we actually move on, because once we get into the meat of the Kawaki arc, there's no slowing down. It basically just is continuous for like 18, 19 chapters straight. Just straight plot. There's not really room for filler unless they want to ship it in and just stop in the middle of that and just do like a random filler arc for like 5 or 6 episodes. And I can tell you right now that nobody wants that, so I'm just wondering what they're going to do in, the upcoming episodes, and if they're going to hold off on the meat of this arc, or if they're going to go right into it. I'm not really sure yet, but I get the feeling that we're going to get some anime original stuff beforehand, so yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. So that's all I got for this episode review. So overall, I thought this was a great episode, a great adaptation of Chapter 29 from the Boruto manga. And I like the anime original scenes here, and I think adding Sarada and Mitsuki to have them basically witness Boruto and his karma state fighting for the first time, I think that this was a good decision on the anime's part. So I have to give kudos there. So yeah, I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. So guys, in the comment section down below, tell me what you thought of this episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Post your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys later.